Hey guys, what's up? And it's time for the first round of Bookopoly. So I finally found the time to do a Bookopoly board. I know it's not beautiful, but she's here. So I'm going to shoot to a clip real quick of me showing you around the board. First square on this board is the Go square, obviously, and it's go to Goodreads and randomize TBR. So I would just go to Goodreads and randomize my TBR. And then we go to the lowest property, and it is out of my comfort zone. Next we have community shelf, which are prompts that are not on the board, but that I would want to get or not want to get. And then the second lowest property is lowest rated on Goodreads. And we go to my most recent purchase. We have nonfiction, the Chance, which is 4 cards that have books I want to read and 4 that have books that I don't really want to read. I have TBR Vet, which is a book that's been on my shelf for way too damn long. A retelling, and then we have Instagram poll, so I would just create an Instagram poll before I make this video. We have TBR Teapot, which is basically a whiskey glass with a bunch of TBR books in them. I have random color generator. I randomize a color on a color generator, and then I pick a book that is that color. Then we have new author, a library book, highest rated on Goodreads, another community shelf, Agatha Christie, which is just me choosing one of my Agatha Christie books, short read, and then we have free choice, which is really nice. And then we have a thriller, another Chance, rep, so this is going to be like POC rep, mental health rep, anything but LGBTQ plus rep, because I already have that on the board. Then we have a random number, big book, LGBTQ plus rep, series, woman of color author, friend pick, which I just asked one of my friends to pick a random book. Then we have backlist, because I read a lot of backlist. And then we have female main character, another community shelf, a contemporary, extra roll, so if I land on that, I have to pick a book, so I have a free choice to pick a book, but I also have to add an extra roll. Then we have Chance again, YA, and 5-star prediction. So those are all the spaces that are on the board, and yeah, I just kind of did it my way. I know Becca, she does hers a little differently, but yeah, I just kind of did what fit for me and my reading self. I put some stuff that I really don't want on there, and I also put a lot of stuff that I really enjoy. And so yeah, I've already played it. So yeah, this round 1 was interesting. I don't hate it. I did give myself 10 books this month. Why? The rules are pretty simple. I have to read all of the books on this TBR, or I have to have extra rolls. I think I'm going to do 8 the rest of the months from now on, just because I do have school starting at the end of August, so I was like, well, I can read 10 books before the beginning of the school year. But from now on, I think I'm going to do 8, and that also gives me leeway in case I don't finish a book in the month prior, that I am able to still hopefully accomplish it. So I guess it's time to play the game. Let's get into our first roll. Let's do our first roll. So that was a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I got a Chance card. So let's see. Sophie's World. Okay, I've actually been really wanting to read this, so this is actually really, really good. The first roll was a Chance card, and for Chance I got Sophie's World. My Chance cards are books that I really want to read and books that I really don't want to read, and this is one of the ones that I really want to read. Sophie's World is a book that is on my 2020 TBR. Listen, I don't think I've read any of those books that are on my 2020 TBR, maybe like 2. So we had to catch up. This is a book about Sophie, and she starts getting letters about philosophy and life, and she's slowly trying to figure out her own life, and it just sounds very wholesome. It sounds very, very good. This is a large book. But I think I can read through this quickly because I've read a few pages of this and I really, really enjoyed it, but I keep setting it down. So I'm excited to finally read it, and I have been thinking about this book quite a lot. I keep seeing quotes and stuff from it, so I really, really want to get to it, and I'm glad it came up because this is one of the books I've been wanting to read. Now on to our second roll. So I got 9 on that one, so let's go 9. So we landed on Community Shelf. We're just doing all of these this month. So I have to choose a book with a one-word title. That won't be that hard, I don't think. So the second roll, I got Community Shelf, and this is basically prompts that aren't on the board, but are just random ones that are most likely from Cody's Wheel of TBR. So for a book with a one-word title, I'm going to go with Runaway by Jory Graham. Runaway is a poetry collection that is looking into what the future could hold, what our now is, and it just looks into a bunch of the political climate that we live in and the different things going on in America, I believe. Time for roll 3. This time I got 8. So let's do 8. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, dang. So I got Big Book. So for the third roll, I got Big Book, and listen, I don't have a lot of big books. Big books, in this case, are 500 plus. And I don't have a lot of books that are over 500 pages. So this book has been in a TBR before, and I read a couple of pages of it and was enjoying it, and then just never finished it, of course. But this one is over 700 pages, so that's fun. The writing is bigger, so not terrible. But yeah, I hope I can get through this. And it is A Perfect Heritage by Penny Vizinzi. This is a book about a cosmetic company that has to change management and a little bit of the ownership as well because they're going bankrupt. They don't have the money to keep it going, and I think it's just like a mess. Now on to roll 4. I got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for the 6th roll, I got a female main character. So for the 4th roll, I got a female main character, and I love this prompt. Most of what I read is female main characters, but I just like to make sure that I'm reading female main characters all the time because they're usually my favorite books. For this prompt, I'm going to choose Throwaway Girls by Andrea Contos, and this is another NetGalley book, and it comes out in September as well, and so I want to make sure I'm getting to them before they come out. And this is a book that had me hooked from the start. The cover is gorgeous, but this is a book about a girl who she's about to graduate, and then there is a murder. And listen, I've been reading a lot of YA thrillers, which I assume this is a YA thriller, and I've been absolutely loving them. I read them so quickly. Now on to our 5th roll. Another 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no. So for 8, I got Out of Comfort Zone, so that's gonna be interesting. 5th roll of the dice, I got Out of Comfort Zone. This is why it's the lowest property, because I don't like to read out of my comfort zone. I usually DNF the books. I usually hate them. So with me, I just go all in, and we're just doing the most with the out of comfort zone. And we are about to read the smuttiest book that I can think of currently. And so I'm going to be listening to 50 Shades of Grey. Listen, I would read it, but I don't think I'd make it through it if I read it myself. I will be listening to it with headphones because I know that things get crazy. I also am fully aware that this book is very, very messed up. On to the 6th roll. I got 5. Oh gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, another chance. Okay, so let's see what book. I got the Zero Game, which I'm not particularly excited for. I don't know what it is, but I got another chance card. So I think it's because I only have 9 across instead of 10 across because I couldn't fit 10 across. I don't know what, I'm not good at math. So I couldn't get the spacing correct. So maybe that's it. I don't know. But the chance card that I got this time is The Zero Game by Brad Meltzer. This is not a book that I'm particularly excited for. I read a chapter. I read a chapter of this and I kept it because, yeah. So that's what I was doing with a bunch of my books that I wasn't sure if I wanted to get rid of. And I read the first chapter and I really liked it, but it's also a book that I'm not particularly excited to read. It is about politics, and I think they try to fuck up the politics. I don't know. I do like political books and books that are trying to make the system better and call out all of the terrible human beings that are in politics, but I'm not sure if that's what this is. Now on to the 7th roll. We got another 8. 8 and 5s today, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so for that roll, I got highest rated on Goodreads. So my next roll got me to highest rated on Goodreads, and so I went to my Goodreads, and a couple of the books on the top were books that haven't been released. They're not released till 2021, so I don't know if I'd be approved for them on NetGalley if they are on NetGalley, so I skipped those. When I skipped those, I got to Know My Name, and that is a nonfiction about the girl who was raped by Brock Turner, and I looked at my Libby app, and it's just not on there, and my library doesn't have it, and it's very expensive, so I really can't buy it right now. So I went to the next one. The next one was Stamped, which is basically sold out everywhere, and it will take me like 6 months to get it on Libby, so I had to skip that one too. So the next one after that is actually a children's book. It is solely by Lupita Nyong'o, and she's an actress. And I've really been looking into a few children's books lately just because I need some for my cousin when he gets older. And so yeah, I thought this one looked very cute. Not really sure what it's about, but it will be a fast read, but it will also, I think, be a very good read, and I'll be able to figure out if I should get it for him. On to roll number 8. We got another 8. Well, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So for the 8th roll, we got Random Number. So for the 8th roll, I got Random Number, and what I'm going to do with the random number, I haven't done it yet. I'm going to random number generate for all of my library books that I have out currently. I think that's going to be the best option because I was thinking my shelves, but then I would have to number generate it for a shelf, or a bookshelf, a shelf, and then a book on there, and I think that I just want to do one number because then it will be more fair, I guess. So I think each month I'm either just going to pick a stack of my library books or a stack of random books on my shelves and then do it that way. I have 7 books that I haven't read from the library. And so let me get the generator up. 1 through 7, let's generate it. Number 7, okay. Okay, so number 7 is Watch Us Rise by Renee Watson and Ellen Hagen. This is actually a book that I've been very excited to read, and I was happy that I found it at the library. Now on to the 9th roll. Guess what? We got another 5. 5 and 8s, I guess. 2, 3, 4, 5. For 9, we got Friend Pick. The 9th roll is Friend Pick, and I'm still waiting for my friend to let me know what she picks for me this month, and so I will let you know when I get that, or I'll just put a picture of the book that she chose in here. Now on to the final roll. 3. We got out of here without any extra rolls. But we got another community shelf card. Love that. This one will be fun. It is Pick a Book with Your Eyes Closed. And for the final roll, I got another community shelf. And this community shelf card said to close my eyes and choose a book. And so I chose a book. I was trying to get a red book for something that I'm doing later this month, but somehow on the book of red shelves, I managed to get a blue book. I'm not mad about it, to be honest, because this is a book that I've been really wanting to read, but I just want to know how I managed to get a blue book on a red shelf. Yeah, it's like red and blue, but I'm just like, I thought I was in the red area. So I got All American Boys by Jason Reynolds and Brendan Kiley. This is a book that I know very little about, but I bought it back in June, and I really just bought it because I love Jason Reynolds' Long Way Down. So yeah, but it's told in multi-perspectives. Yeah, that's pretty much all I know about it. I know that it's about 2 friends. One of them is black, one of them is white, and I'm assuming it has to do with the different ways that they're treated. Maybe? Don't quote me on anything that I just said about this book. That was the first round of Bookopoly for this channel, and I'm really excited because I had a lot more fun choosing my TBR this month, and I am very excited about these books, to be honest. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.